All right, man, so here's your machine. We finally get this thing, got it going, got it finished up. Got the LED buttons on each side, kind of ultra bright for the control panels themselves. We got some graphics down below, LED trackball. We're gonna go over the controls and the way this thing all kind of works and it's put together. First thing I want to show you is the monitor, how you can see the display on the cocktail table, and you can see it up on a wall-mounted TV. And we do that via HDMI. We have a wall socket here, and what we do with this guy is that all you do is we have a 20-foot long HDMI cable, and we provide that for you. And all you do is just plug it in. We also have some USB slots here, and there is a Xbox 360 little toggle. Little dongle. And what that does is that it allows the Xbox 360 remotes to connect to the system itself. So the reason why we have this thing set up this way is so you can actually play it on a wall-mounted TV. There's some guys that don't like to play on the slant, so they rather play on a wall mount. So I'm going to go over the controls here. We have this tiny little button. It's just super important, but it's just tiny, so you don't like accidentally hit it. It's an escape button, so whenever you're in a game, you can just get out of a game super easy. You have the first player start, coin, enter button, second player coin, second player start, and you do have a trackball, 6 players per button, or I'm sorry, per player, and an 8-way tournament joystick, 32-inch screen, and 55,000 games in this thing, man. So it's crazy. We're gonna have, oh my gosh, we have a couple onlookers over here. Jesus. So what we're gonna do is show you guys how this works. So this is the game called Game Kung Fu. So what we do is just put in a couple credits here, press the start button, and just get on going, man. What we can do here is change the volume. You could all you do is just point here between the two graphics here, to asteroids and Donkey Kong. Just point down, and you can see the volume going up here. It's kind of tricky, but the vinyl's sticking over it. Rather than just cut a hole in it, we thought just maybe go through the vinyl. That'd be kind of cool. So that's how the volume works. The other thing we're gonna do is show you guys how to get out of the game. So just press the exit button. You're gonna jump out to a big spinner. It's a giant wheel here of games. It's crazy. If you go all the way back, and this is the game system you want to go into, which is going to be MAME. Yeah, that's going to have about 30,000 games in it. And from there, you can just keep going down. We're going to go to, this thing has PC games. It has a ton of games. What we're going to do here is show you guys some of the consoles. So it has the Atari. It has every game for the Atari. Every one of these systems, it has every game for each system. So we're going to go down to the Nintendo Entertainment System here. I'm going to find a game, maybe Super Mario Brothers or something. And I have a helper here that's going to help me show the Xbox 360 remote. So we got Super Mario Brothers. I've got a bunch of stuff here. Let me trying to find the. I guess Super Mario Brothers will work. Just messed that up. So Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario 2.
Loading complete.
You can see that remote here. You can see how it works. It's kind of cool. You have this bezel here. It shows a Nintendo on both sides. It's kind of neat. It kind of fills in a little space that shows. What's nice about this thing is that it shows the original aspect ratio the 4.3 aspect ratio, which is pretty darn important. Otherwise, you get that stretched image look. You want to have that. So, anyway, we're gonna move on and jump back out. I just wanted to show the consoles being played. You can only play the consoles with the remote controls, and there are two Xbox remotes that are that come with the system. So you can play 1 and 2 players, and you can also add 3 and 4. So you can put 4 players on this one system. So it's neat. When it comes time to turn off the system, the best way to turn it off is by exiting and go into. This is, would you like to exit? You just press the start button or the enter button to turn it off. That's the most simplest, best way for the computer to actually turn off. And go back down to a couple of others here. So you got quite a bit of consoles here to go through. I know the Wii is not working at this moment. There's a ton of stuff, but the Wii's not working. But there's a ton of systems. Every one of these systems are on this guy here. MS-DOS is on there. So I think we've gone around a circle. There's quite a bit. But what I'm going to do is jump to how to play the head-to-head version. So while this stays on, what we're going to do is we're going to change the input. So with the controller, it says input here in the top corner. You're going to point down to the middle, and a little icon thing will pop up here, and all you do is you change it to PC. And what you do is it'll come up to this guy here. It'll show the a full screen 16 one. So what you want to do with this guy, you could play 2 players, 1 player, whatever you like. But one thing I did notice that when you do put it in this mode, it shuts down the screen on the table itself, and it does this on the back screen. So what you want to do is from the get-go, you want to be able to hook this guy up. When you turn on the machine, you want to have this guy pre-hooked up, the HDMI 1, the HDMI out. That way you get a full screen. It likes to go to a smaller screen for some reason, but this is how it is. If we switch back, it'll stay in that mode. But anyway, just wanted to give you an idea of what that does and how to hook up and when to hook up. But this thing has a bunch of games. This one has 60 games. You could do 412 games and over. You know, it's pretty neat. It has a head-to-head version, so once this guy gets caught up, it flips, the entire image flips around, and you can play from the other side. So it's kind of neat. All the volume and all that stuff is all done with the controller. It's very simple, and what's neat about this is that you can actually adjust your sharpness, brightness, contrast. All that stuff can be adjusted with your remote. So it's pretty cool. We're going to throw in a couple extra remotes just in case you lose that. But yeah, hopefully you like this thing, man. And we'll show you guys a bit what else comes up later. We're gonna have a ton of stuff coming up, and it's always fun, always new, and we're always tired as heck. It's really late right now. We finally got this thing done. It's been taking a couple months to get it done. So anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys liked it. Bye.